I'm delighted to be one of the course directors for this year's, the third annual Psychedelic-Assisted Psychotherapy Conference. One of the areas that we're going to explore of contrasting visions is different modes of therapy that might be integrated into psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. And Dick, I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what you'll be talking about.
So from my point of view, when you take one of those psychedelics, you access a lot of what I call self. Just just sort of happens. And when you access a lot of these C-word qualities like compassion and calm and clarity and so on, there are eight of them. When you're in that state, it's a big invitation for what I call these exiled parts to get attention. And so people start to do IFS in that sense. They start to work with their exiles, and it's a big healing opportunity. IFS provides a non-pathologized way of understanding that phenomena because that there's an invitation to these, for example, terrified parts of us that we kind of had locked away. And if it might look like you're having a panic attack. And if that's what you think it is, then you're going to act certain ways as a facilitator. If instead you say, "Oh, there's this really scared little part that's here. Let's let's see what we can do to help it," you're going to react in a totally different way.
So I wonder if you could share with us a few words about what people, whether they're already trained in doing internal family systems work, or perhaps therapists who aren't so familiar with the model, what they will learn about working with parts and particularly working with parts in psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy.
You'll learn the model of IFS, and then you'll learn how psychedelics facilitates that process by, as I was saying, by helping people access more of this core of us, this essence inside that has these wonderful C-word qualities. Like once they're in that state, which happens basically spontaneously, which is the amazing thing about psychedelics, uh, then people know how to relate to the parts of them that they ordinarily hadn't had access to in a healing way. And so your job as a facilitator is to facilitate that process. And it helps to kind of know the laws of inner physics.
Yeah, and something really groundbreaking that I've heard you and Bessel van der Kolk and others talk about is that this happens even in people who may have had a really difficult attachment history, may not otherwise have had a way to feel compassionately toward themselves and to embrace different parts. Nonetheless, with psychedelics, they're often able to do this.
Yeah, and IFS provides an explanation for that because the big discovery from my point of view is that that compassionate essence can't be damaged, in contrast to what attachment theory might say about it. It doesn't have to develop. It doesn't have to come into being through relationship. It's just an essence that's in everybody. And
Yeah, that we all have this capacity for love, compassion, clarity, and acceptance of ourselves and others.
yeah, and people can access that through mindfulness, which is, your specialty. But psychedelics does it very quickly for some reason. And so that does provide an avenue towards self-compassion.
Well, thank you so much for joining us at the conference and for giving us a glimpse of what you'll be sharing with people.
Thanks for inviting me, Ryan. I look forward to it.